it feels like there is some sort of scoring glitch kind of in this game. Or for some reason the score displayed at the end of the song is like 1 point off what it would show in the results screen. I don't know why, but I'll select a song in question for pad lead, of course. So let's do yeah. This will be a perfect sense of testing because I don't know if it's a glitch or not, but there is something going on when it comes to the game's scoring. Watch the score. Okay, 176, 129. Take a note of that. Then in the results screen, I just like to do an emote just because I want to. When the results screen loads fully, there it is! 176128. There's proof. For some reason, there is a scoring bug that could either add or subtract 1 point. Because, as you saw at the end of the song, it was 176129. Upon loading the results screen, 176128. Yeah, banger FC though. But I don't know what goes on with it. I don't know why it happens. Maybe it's some sort of floating point arithmetic thing going on with the score. Maybe something with decimals where for like if it's like 176,128.653 or something like that, and then instead of rounding up to the next digit, it rounds down to the previous digit? Maybe? But it's almost like it. I think it like there has to be some sort of floating point decimal thing going on, because though the score itself is a whole number, maybe the game is also keeping track of any sort of decimal places that are after the whole number. So it's probably not an even whole number of points, but instead like a fraction of a point as well. That that gets deducted off of the thing, thus causing the score to drop a point. Or if it's close enough to the next point, like very, very close to the next point, then it rounds up. Or would it just read the correct score? I don't know how it works, but that is a weird scoring bug. I think that's been a thing since the whole thing of the game. Like, I don't know if any other people took notice of it, but I definitely took notice. And I have solid proof. Solid proof. There it is. The score at the end of the song read 176129. But look what happens upon the loading screen. Or not the loading screen, the result screen. 176128. That's gotta be some sort of score rounding digit thing going on with decimals. That's probably my best guess. But like, I know it's a minute detail and a lot of people would miss it, but something like that could actually mean the difference between first place and second place depending on how close the scores are. So if you got if you gotten like a perfect FC, which would tie first place, but then you're just 1 point shy of first place, that's that would definitely piss people off. Because if I go over to the leaderboard for lead, sure, there's like a few different things. Like, there's big differences in score. But they all could be just 1 point off their true totals. And I think there's something to do with, like, some sort of rounding system. Like a decimal type thing going on that I don't know. And I think it has to do with sustains, but again, I don't know. I am not a game technician, game dev. So if anyone would know why this sort of thing happens, let me know, because, like, this is quite a big thing. a pretty big thing. Yeah, because, like, my best score, according to the leaderboard, is a 177,430, which I think was actually true to 177,431. That's where I have noticed before, like, where did the missing point go? But, like, it stands here. Where did the missing point go? It read like 176,129 at the end of the song. But then the game somehow subtracted a point from my score. And it just doesn't happen on that one song either. It happens on all of these songs. All 300 plus. Yes, there's over 300 songs. Even though I have a fraction of them. But yeah, it happens in all of these songs. For some reason, the score shown at the end of the song is like supposed to be the correct score, yet the score at the in the results screen shows it being 1 point off. Mainly for all of these songs. Now with it could be like, I know there's over like 300 songs in the game, but like if you're trying to get first place and the game is just like noping 1 point from each song, from each chart that has things to do with sustains, probably, then that would mean like over 300 points per instrument for meaning like if all I mean technically all the instruments would have sustains, so technically currently there is 6 in the game as shown here. Of course a 7th is still in the works, so that would mean that for 300 songs in this game, deducting 1 point away from the actual total, it's not really that broken on drums, but for things like lead, bass, and vocals, as well as pro lead and pro bass, that's where it happens. So, like, I'm just saying, I'm saying all the instruments would have this sort of thing because there is drum sustains on Sound of Silence. So, given that, 300 plus songs that would have sustains on basically every single instrument in the game, that is over 300 points per instrument that are deducted from the final scores. Times 6 instruments, 7 if you include pro drums, that is like 18 to 2100 points at 1800 to 2100 points altogether. All for the game just rounding to the previous point. 2100 points at least. May not seem like much in like short bursts, but if you're grinding for like a full game career FC type thing style and trying to get perfects on each thing, your total score versus the scores being shown on the results screen would always be 1 point off, which means if everything was perfect FC on all instruments, on expert, mind you. Meanwhile, I am saying about this on expert. Perfect FC on everything. All 300 plus songs. That means like between like your total score and the total results screen scores, that is a 2100 point difference. It may not seem like much, but like for those who are grinding for perfection like that, it makes a massive difference from being first in the world and second in the world on everything across the board. That is crazy. 2,100 plus point difference. All because the game is, for some reason, subtracting 1 point from the score, showing it in the results screen. And there's like 312, there's like what, 312-ish songs in the game at this time? 312? And that includes the free ones as well. Like the ones that can be unlocked through the passes, and whatnot, and even trying to gold star them for the two examples, Beyond the Flame and I'm a Winner. So yeah, like 312 songs, which means the maximum amount of points that are deducted from a full game, full one-man band game FC, all instruments, at max 7 instruments? Well, that is 2,107 points. Given, like, oh no, wait, there's 312 songs altogether, meaning, like, doing everything that has sustains. 312 points altogether for one inch, multiplied by 7 instruments. That is 2180. That is 2,184. That is crazy. Now, it could be a bug, or it could be an intentional thing. But who knows? As I said, I'm not a game dev. So, of course, as the amount of songs grows into the song library, obviously, the total point deduction thing from, like, the end of the song to the results screen would also tick up by 1 per additional song, per additional instrument. Because all instruments are charted for each song, so... which means that that particular difference is going to grow. 1 point for every 7 instruments for every 1 song. It's just mind-boggling. If anyone knows why this happens, please say something in the comments, because I actually want to know. I want to know why this happens. Why would there be a 2,184 point gap between the scores at the end of songs versus what's shown on the results screen? And I'm talking all total. Like, accumulatively. Yeah, 1 point may not be like easily visible, but all it would take is 1 point to have the difference between first place and second place. All it takes is 1 point. All it takes is 1. And like over the course of a 300 plus song game that will continue to grow, that is going to continue to add up for, of course, yeah. Please explain, why does the results screen show the scores 1 point less than at the end of the song? Why does it do that? Why does it do that? My best guess, though, is probably a decimal error type thing going on. Like, something is going on with the decimals and rounding. That's my best guess. It could be something else entirely, but it's possible it could be a glitch. It could be a bug, but who knows? I don't know. But that is basically, if it is a bug, I do hope it does get fixed because floating point arithmetic is weird. I will say that for certain. Anyways, for those about the rock, we salute you and I bid you adieu. Peace.